In a world where status decides belonging, a black investor is rejected at a powerful corporation's doors and removed by police in silence. Hours later, billions vanish from the company's value and collapse begins. But how did one moment trigger it all? Let's begin. Marcus Reed arrived at Asteron Dynamics with confidence. A black investor known for spotting future billion-dollar companies, he had been personally invited by CEO Ethan Dalton to discuss a major funding deal. At the front desk, the receptionist didn't even stand up. "Do you have an appointment?" "I was invited by Dalton," Marcus replied calmly. A pause. A quick glance at his suit. Then the tone changed. Security was called. Minutes later, 2 guards stood in front of him like a barrier. "Sir, you need to leave," one said. Marcus stayed calm. "Call Ethan Dalton. He's expecting me." They didn't call anyone. Instead, they assumed. A third guard arrived. Then someone muttered, "He doesn't belong here." That was enough. Police were called to remove a trespasser. Marcus stood in the lobby, hands relaxed, treated like a threat instead of a guest. When officers arrived, they didn't ask many questions. "Step outside," one ordered. "I'm the investor you're supposed to meet," Marcus said quietly. No one listened. As he was escorted out, Marcus looked back at the glass doors. Something inside him didn't break. It sharpened. A junior employee had filmed the entire scene. By evening, it was online. Black investor removed from Asteron HQ like a criminal. It spread fast. Marcus's daughter saw it first. "Dad, they really did that to you?" He didn't answer right away. His wife just held his shoulder tighter. But Marcus didn't panic. He calculated. One call went out to his investment network. No anger. Just withdrawal. "I'm pulling exposure from Asteron," he said. No explanation needed. That night, the first cracks appeared. Analysts called it temporary volatility. But on trading desks, people knew Marcus Reed didn't move without reason. By midnight, funds began quietly exiting positions. Not because of emotion, but because trust had shifted. And in markets, trust is everything. The next morning, Asteron's stock opened unstable. At first, executives dismissed it. "Noise," said CEO Ethan Dalton. "It'll recover." But it didn't. The viral video exploded across media channels. Headlines questioned bias at corporate headquarters. Commentators demanded answers. Then employees started speaking. One posted anonymously. "We all saw it. Nobody stopped it." The story grew beyond finance, it became social. Protests formed outside the building by evening. Journalists crowded the lobby. Investors began asking one question. If they treat a major black investor like that, what else is happening inside? Marcus stayed silent publicly. But behind the scenes, capital moved fast. More withdrawals. More exits. More fear. And fear spreads faster than facts. After the market closed, things accelerated. One major fund pulled out. Then another. A downgrade report cited serious governance concerns. At 10:30 p.m., after-hours trading turned chaotic. By midnight, Asteron Dynamics was collapsing in real time. Inside headquarters, Ethan Dalton stared at the screens. This can't be because of one incident. But it was never just one incident. It was judgment. Assumption. Silence. At 1:12 a.m., the company issued an emergency statement. At 2:40 a.m., Ethan sent Marcus a message. "We need to talk. I was wrong." Marcus read it without emotion. By morning, the board had suspended Ethan and launched an internal investigation. Security leadership was removed. Policies rewritten. An official apology released. A week later, Marcus returned to Asteron. No guards blocked him. No hesitation at the door. Ethan met him in the lobby, no longer protected by authority, only by regret. Marcus looked at him and said calmly, "I wasn't the risk to your company." A pause. "You were." And this time, Ethan didn't argue.